Thank you very much, Shane Beach, tonight's public address announcer here at Bartell's Rotary Gymnasium for Jayhawk basketball. This is John Arter along with Tom Kendra, ready to bring you a great doubleheader as the Raiders of Grand Rapids come across 96 to take on the Jayhawks. Jayhawks are 1-1 on the young season in Western Conference play, while the Raiders are 0-2.
Yes, John, MCC, they actually lost that game on Saturday down at Ancilla, but they found out on Monday that Ancilla used a ineligible player, so they actually got a win to even their league record at 1-1. But we would love to get a win the old-fashioned way, beat Grand Rapids on the court tonight.
That's right. That's right. Jayhawks need to put one in the W column. They were started out the season receiving votes in the honorable mention of the polls, and that loss to Jackson kind of knocked them out for a short time. Maybe they can get right back with a big victory. And a nice block and a steal by Delaney Bowles ahead to Matos. Matos is fouled from behind. Looks like Maddie Miller. It is Maddie with a foul.
Good start for the Jayhawks, John. I know they want to run, and Alicia Matos can run as well as anyone in the league. Got ahead of the defense and gets 2 free throws.
First shot off the iron. She splits the pair. Bremeyer brings the ball down court. Bremeyer near wing. Long three-point shot, in and out. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Grand Rapids.
One of the problems, John, early on here for the Jayhawks has been injuries and ineligibilities. When we were here Thursday night, the Jayhawks had 4 players in street clothes. Well, good news is tonight they only have 3. Mariah Pringle is back in the lineup for MCC tonight.
And Mariah is in the lineup. A little help from our friend Jen Steginga from Mercy Health.
got her back, and hopefully she'll give us a boost.
There you go. Ball out of bounds off of Muskegon. Grand Rapids ball.
Grand Rapids is also off to a tough start in the league, John. They were 9-2 coming into the league play. They lost their first 2 league games. So both these teams could really use a victory.
Well, the first one was against Mid-Michigan. That's understandable. They lost 42-45 as Mid-Michigan's number 13 in the nation. But then they lost to the same Jackson Jets that we lost to last Wednesday, 58-39. Both those games on the road. Now they're playing their 3rd game in a row on the road and trying to get one in the W column, but we do not want to see that.
No, and it's always nice to beat Grand Rapids. There's always that natural rivalry between Muskegon and Grand Rapids. Be nice to get a couple of wins over them tonight.
And many times you're for recruiting purposes. A lot of times you're fighting Grand Rapids for a player. Nice steal by Tracy Williams. Now Williams, little left-hand layup doesn't go. The follow-up is put up, back up and in. Matos.
Nice job by Matos. She's not known for her rebounding, but that was a great offensive rebound and putback by Matos, our sophomore point guard.
Pass down low. And the ball is stolen there by Pringle. Into Bowles. Check that. That was Cologne. Here on the back, I didn't get that number. So Cologne with that steal. Bowles, baseline, little spin move. Left-hander, doesn't go. Rebounded by Sargent. First quarter action, 3-0 Jayhawks. Nice pass down low, and Jordan converts. Long pass ahead. Cologne kicks it back out to Pringle. Now they leave it to Matos. Williams. Pringle has her shot blocked out of bounds.
Oh, and she went down hard there, John.
She's getting back up to her feet. Gracie Reinhold checks in for Pringle. Ten on the shot clock. Tracy Williams kicks it out in the corner. Matos for three. It's Alicia Matos 6 and Grand Rapids nothing.
A great start from Matos again. What an outstanding player. She can do a little bit of everything. One of 3 starters on the Jayhawks from Reese Puffer High School.
There's a travel being called on Jordan. It's Jayhawk ball.
Yeah, I mentioned those 3 starters from Reese Puffer High School. Delaney Bowles, Alicia Matos, and Artrice Williams. I see the Reese Puffer principal, Dan Beckman, is in the crowd tonight.
Yes, he is, along with Matt Pallett, who coaches the girls' 8th grade team. A lot of times he brings the girls from Reese Puffer, the 8th graders, over. Tonight they haven't started yet, so Matt and Dan decided to come follow their Rockets and seeing how they're doing on the next level.
And they're doing very, very well.
There's that 2-point shot. Braymeyer.
Braymeyer out of Belding High School. She's a sophomore. She is the Raiders' leading scorer, averaging 15 points a game, and you see why. Nice looking jump shot there.
And Matos answers.
Speaking of nice looking jump shots, Matos now has all 8 of the Jayhawks points.
It almost looks as nice as a Tom Kendra shot down there in the Piston court.
Almost. That was my highlight of the year so far, John.
How did that come about? What were you doing down there?
Well, I was lucky enough to go to a Prudential conference in Detroit. We got to go to the Pistons game that night, and after the game, we all got to go shoot 1 free throw. You only get 1 shot, and I made the most of it.
There you go.
Yeah, so I got bragging rights over all my coworkers. No one else made it.
Well, Tom, there's cameras everywhere, so I know the scouts have that on their tape.
Well, my phone has not been wrong yet.
Rebound by Jordan. Takes them a while to compile all that information. Shot by Braymeyer. Braymeyer is fouled.
I know one of the things, John, that first-year Jayhawk coach Jason Cooper, he was quoted after that game down in Ancilla that his team needs to play better defense. They gave up 96 points in that game, almost 100 points. Gave up 84 against Jackson. He is really looking for improvement on the defensive end.
Braymeyer misses on the first free throw.
Good to see Mariah Pringle right back in the game after that hard fall.
Yes.
So hopefully we can't afford any more injuries. Right, Jen?
Braymeyer splits the pair. 8-5 Jayhawks. Pringle passes into Bowles. Kicks it back out. Shot does not go for Reinhold. Braymeyer the other way, a little bounce pass over on the near side. Miller. Off the iron. Chased down by Sargent. Now another 3-point shot. Doesn't go for Miller. Jayhawks the other way. Williams leans in and draws the foul. Foul's on Miller, her second. Miller was in good defensive position, but Williams pressed the issue and leaned into her, gets the foul, then just throws it up to try to get the 3-point play. She'll be shooting 2. She makes the first.
Yes, what I like about Artrice Williams, she's not very tall. She's only 5'2", but she's such an aggressive player, and often you get rewarded for being an aggressive player like she did with 2 free throws here.
And she makes them both. Jayhawks doubling up on Grand Rapids here early in the game. First quarter, 4:38 left, 10-5.
Williams is the first player on our team not named Alicia Matos to score tonight.
We'll move in the post, and Maya Jordan converts. Pass into Bowles. Bowles is double teamed. The Jayhawks maintain possession. Matos. Ball's tipped out of bounds. 12 on the shot clock.
Yeah, we're almost 6 minutes into the game, John, and Delaney Bowles has not scored yet. That's pretty rare, but you can see Grand Rapids is double teaming her inside as they should.
Yes.
Delaney Bowles is averaging better than 21 points a game and 15 rebounds. So she's the focus pretty much of every defense that plays the Jayhawks.
Matos in the near corner. Bowles for three. Nice pass right there to Cologne. And they said the clock did not reset, so they'll sort this out. It reset and missed the rim. They'll figure out what they think is the time that should be. Now they have 2 seconds they put on the shot clock. Jayhawks have to inbound and quickly get it up towards the hoop. Cologne will inbound. Now Matos, long, high arcing shot. Went off the rim. And Grand Rapids comes away with it. Sargent. Jordan, baseline jumper is good.
Wow, tough shot there by Maya Jordan. She's the second leading scorer. She's out of Godwin Heights High School.
And it's a 1-point Jayhawk lead. Bounce pass into Bowles, goes off the knee and right to a Raider. Braymeyer. Little pass down low. Now an outside shot by Jordan off the iron. Matos with a rebound. Bowles. Double team once she gets the ball down in the post, and she's fouled. Jordan with her first foul, team's fourth.
Like I mentioned earlier, John, the Raiders so far doing a real good job against Bowles inside. She hasn't scored. Let's see if she can break the ice here from the free throw line.
Nice soft touch is good. And misses a second. Bowles gets the rebound, picks up the loose ball, and is called for the foul.
I have a feeling John Delaney's going to see a lot of double teams all season long, and how she adjusts to that and the team adjusts to that will be critical.
Travel called on Monday. Well, I agree with you. All the other coaches, when they're scouting, plus all the press that she's getting too, and deservedly so.
Yeah, like we mentioned before, she was already a National Division II Player of the Year back on December 19th, and last year she was a second-team All-American.
Now Pringle leaves it for Matos. 12 on the shot clock. Cologne, bounce pass down low, goes out of bounds. Jayhawk turnover.
Yeah, they are really, they got Emily Pendred, a 5'10 sophomore, right behind Delaney, and then Maya Jordan is fading down in front of her, making it really hard to get the ball inside to her.
3-point shot is good by Braymeyer. Check that by Jordan.
And the Raiders have their first lead.
2 minutes left in the first quarter. Matos. Right down there to Bowles. Bowles puts it up and in. Basically triple team down low. Pendred with her second foul.
Yeah, that's quite a statement, John, by the Jayhawks. Like you mentioned, even if they're going to triple team Delaney Bowles, we're still going to get the ball down into her. We still think she can score. And she did just that, and now she's got a chance for an and one.
And she makes it happen. Minute 52 now left in the first quarter. That was the 5th foul against the Raiders here in the first quarter. So any more fouls with a minute 52 on Grand Rapids will result in the double bonus. Sargent leaves it there for Mondi. Mondi puts it up and in.
Nice spin move there by a Rayvon Mondi from Tri-Unity Christian.
Long pass ahead to Cologne, and Cologne is fouled. Braymeyer commits her first foul, team 6th. Cologne good on the first.
Yasmin Cologne, John, has been a pleasant surprise, I would say, for the Jayhawks this year. A 5'8" freshman from Hart. She had 17 points Saturday in that game down at Ancilla. So she's really given them a boost with all of the injuries that they've had so far this year. She's stepped up big.
Braymeyer driving baseline. A little too close to the bucket. Matos along the near side. Tracy Williams. Matos passes up on the tray and called for the double dribble.
Matos probably should have taken that shot there at the top, but nobody wants to look like a ball hog, John.
True it is. Sargent. Now Mondi, 3-point shot. She uses the backboard.
I don't think she was planning to use the backboard, but she used it.
She sure did. Williams. Now Pringle gets her own rebound. Putback is good. Pringle passes the Pringle, puts it in off the glass. Can we call it that way, Tom?
Yeah, sure.
That's what it was in her mind.
Mm-hmm.
15 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Jayhawks by 1. Braymeyer. And a foul on Muskegon. That will be on Matos. That's her first. Team's third. So Grand Rapids will inbound the ball with 6 seconds left of the first quarter. Braymeyer. Long 3-point shot. In and out. And there goes the buzzer that ends the first quarter here at Bartels Rotary Gymnasium. Our score is Muskegon 18, Grand Rapids 17. You're watching Jayhawk basketball right here on MCC TV. John Arter and Tom Kendra back here at Bartels Rotary Gymnasium. Jayhawk women's team with a 1-point lead, 18-17. Big thank you goes out to the MCC TV crew doing a great job year in, year out. Eric Taylor and Rod Van Nortwick bringing you Jayhawk basketball. Tracy Williams. Top of the key. Pringle trying to bounce pass down low and turns into a steal by Omnis. Braymeyer dribbles right on by and misses the bunny.
Fortunate there. Too easy.
Cologne. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Grand Rapids.
Right now, Coach Jason Cooper trying to steal a few minutes without Alicia Matos on the floor. She plays a lot of minutes, and got to be conscious of fatigue. It's very tiring. She can get a few minutes of rest. That'll be nice.
Omnis. Bowles with a rebound. There's another person that needs rest periodically because she plays quite a bit. A steal and a drive by Jordan. And Grand Rapids retakes the lead.
Careless turnover there. Cost the Jayhawks a bucket.
Pringle. Bowles with the rebound. Reinhold, baseline jumper is good.
There you go, Gracie Reinhold, freshman from Oak Ridge. I don't know if you saw, John, last night Oak Ridge had its 82-game conference winning streak snapped.
Was
in
it a
girls basketball?
3 overtimes against Whitehall?
Yes, it was.
My goodness. It wasn't easy for Whitehall to do that.
No.
Or 82 other teams.
That's right. That's an incredible streak.
Yes, it is.
And all good things have to come to an end. And congratulations to Whitehall and to Oak Ridge.
Tracy, far wing, leaves it for Pringle. Pass into Bowles. And we have a whistle in the post. Foul on Maya Jordan.
Good strategy for MCC, John, continuing to go to Bowles, forcing the Raiders to foul. We could get a few of their key players in foul trouble. We keep forcing it inside to Bowles.
Now Matos. Near wing, three-point shot is good. Nothing but net for Matos.
Matos on fire here so far tonight, John. Just a great looking arc she puts on her shot.
Yes, she has 11 points here in the first half. There's a drive by Jordan. Jordan now in double figures with 10. Now quickly back the other way, the Jayhawks. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Grand Rapids. Nice ball retrieval by Marty McDermott, the athletic director here at MCC.
Marty does a good job.
Yes, he does. Fantastic job. Very busy person. There's a big block there by Jordan.
Marty's brother is the head basketball coach at Creighton University.
The Blue Jays.
Yep, and Marty's nephew, Doug McDermott, I believe, is playing in the NBA.
Is he still with the Bulls, or is he in another team now?
God, he's bounced around quite
Has
a bit.
he?
I think he might be playing for the Knicks. And that ball goes all the way down the steps, which is one of those things that happens here once in a while at good old Bartell's Roadie Gymnasium.
And we have a timeout called by Grand Rapids. 7 minutes to go first half. We're tied at 23 between Muskegon and Grand Rapids. This weekend on Saturday here at Bartell's Roadie, you can come out and see the Jayhawk wrestling team. Coach James Tiedemann and assistant coach Tom Jenkins will have his Jayhawks ready for the MCCA wrestling tournament here. 3 other teams besides Muskegon. Wrestling starts at noon. Another nice move by Monde. She's come off the bench with 9 points. It's a spark plug for the Raiders. Bowles turn around, and there was Cologne to get that ball. Now Bowles fouled from behind. Sargent called for her first foul.
On defense, John, Jayhawks allowing too much penetration. Grand Rapids getting to the bucket too easily. We need to stop their penetration.
Bowles good on the first free throw. She makes them both. Braymeyer, bounce pass over to Sargent. Braymeyer's drive was cut off by Williams. Ball goes out of bounds, touched by Muskegon. Foul on the floor. Yeah, Muskegon's Cologne, her second. Pass out to Jordan. Monday. Monday's shot is blocked. Goes out of bounds. It'll still be Grand Rapids' ball. 16 on the shot clock.
Better job of defense on this series by the Jayhawks.
Jordan.
Took an extra step.
Took some Jordan steps. Shot in and out. Rebounded by Matos. Now Matos working her way through the field. Puts it up and in off the glass.
Beautiful drive there by Matos. She's doing it from the outside. She's hitting the threes. And then she's penetrating and looking to dish it off. That time nobody stopped her. She said, I'll take an easy bucket off the backboard. Thank you.
Jump ball. Possession arrow, Jayhawks.
We mentioned the Reese Puffer influence on this MCC team. The three leading scorers are all sophomores from Reese Puffer. Delaney Bowles with 21 a game, Alicia Matos with 14 a game, and Artrice Williams with 12 a game. So nice pipeline from Reese Puffer out here at MCC.
Yes, the Rocket connection. Cologne long three-point shot doesn't go. Rebounded by Jordan. We'll give and go, and a miss there by Omnis. Cross-court pass to Tracy Williams, baseline shot, a little too strong. Putback does not go. Pringle, a little bounce pass to Bowles. Bowles does not finish. Jayhawks, plenty of looks this time. And could not finish. Now we have a whistle. Foul on Muskegon.
Wow, I think MCC had 4 offensive rebounds there, missed 5 inside shots. But you can't fault the effort, I guess.
No,
you just got to shoot
at all.
better.
You're right. Pringle called for her first foul.
Yeah, just a reminder, MCC women's team coming off a banner year last year. It was the 3rd and turned out to be final year for Amanda Parker, who has moved on and is now coaching at Dominican University, a D3 school near Chicago. But MCC last year, 22-7. They won the Western Conference title and the overall state title. So they got a big shoes to fill, I guess, to match what they did last year.
There's a steal. And Muskegon called a timeout. Very heads-up play there by Muskegon. And we have 4:08 left to go here, first half. Jayhawks by 2, 27-25. John Arter, Tom Kendra back here at Bartell's Roadie. Periodically, Tom, we like to give a shout-out to people we see in the stands or people that we know are watching. And tonight we'd like to give a shout-out to Mary Therese Kendra, who's catching a lot of Jayhawk basketball games on MCC TV.
Oh, yeah, it's a great shout-out to my biggest fan.
There you go. Wonderful person. Nearly stolen there by Williams, but it's controlled there by Braymeyer. Braymeyer kicks it back to Jordan. Jordan off the iron, offensive board. Now from the near side, three-point shot is good by Odom. Ball's tipped away by Grand Rapids, still Jayhawk ball.
MCC had all 5 starters back from that great team from a year ago. Unfortunately, 2 of them are sidelined. Tiara Williams is out after having shoulder surgery, and Ayanna Brown is academically ineligible. So even though they all came back, they're not all on the court right now.
Sargent. Long shot by Braymeyer off the back of the iron. Pringle with a rebound. Matos, top of the key. There's Williams for 3. It's good! Tracy Williams.
John, she has really improved her offensive game. Last year she was our defensive stopper. Like I mentioned, this year she's averaging 12 points a game and hitting big shots. Jayhawks really needed a bucket there, and she gave it to us.
Jordan. Strong move there by Maya Jordan. We're tied at 30. Matos, little one-hander. Nice soft touch, goes through the hole. And Grand Rapids wants a timeout. 2:25 left. Jayhawks still up by 2, 32-30. As we look across the way from the scorers table, we have a nice crowd here at Bartell's Roadie. The weather didn't keep them away. We have a nice crowd, Tom.
Yes, and as we should. We got a pretty darn good women's team here you can check out, and the price is right.
Shot goes out of bounds. Jayhawk ball.
You know, there's not many events anywhere around town, I mean, at any level that you can go to for free admission.
Right.
But that's still offered here at MCC, so no excuse not to come check out a game this year.
Pass into Bowles, a little spin move, and there's 2 more Raiders right there, and ends up being a block. Braymeyer, long 3-point shot off the iron. Aggressive move there by Pendred, getting the rebound, and a Jayhawk foul will be on Reinhold.
We've talked about our new coach, first-year MCC coach Jason Cooper. He was a longtime coach at Lake Michigan College, very mild-mannered, but he's been up and hollering a little bit tonight. He wants his team to play better defense, and he's right. We need to be better on the defensive end.
Now the Jayhawks have a stop defensively. The ball goes right to Matos, and Matos has her shot blocked. Grand Rapids. There's Braymeyer. Has the ball knocked away from behind by Williams. It'll still be Grand Rapids ball. Whistle on the inbound. Fouls on Porter Harris.
It looks to me so far this year, John, that we have some pretty evenly matched teams in the Western Conference.
Yes.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of very competitive games this year.
Pendred, back to Omnis. Mondi trying to drive, leaves it for Omnis. Baseline jumper off the iron. Muscled away there by Williams. Matos, near wing. Shot is good.
She can do it all, John. I mean, that's a mid-range jump shot. She can take it to the hoop. She can shoot the 3. She's, I know she's being recruited by 4 or 5 different 4-year schools, and she's going to be a great player wherever she goes.
She has 17 points tonight. Little one-hander, rebounded by Bowles. Pretty close to the clock, matching the 30-second clock. Bowles, little turnaround. It's good.
Is that her first field goal, John?
It might be.
Yeah, Delaney's been very quiet, and Matos has picked up the slack.
She did have a little layup earlier, but that was probably only the second one, like you mentioned.
Okay.
2 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Matos, let's see her heave it a long ways. Oh! Nearly goes in.
She would have made that. That would have completed an incredible half of basketball. It's still pretty darn good for Alicia Matos.
Yes, it is. We're at halftime here at Bartels Roadie. Muskegon 36, Grand Rapids 30. You're watching Jayhawk basketball on MCC TV. It's halftime here at Bartels Roadie. Jayhawks with a 6-point lead, 36-30. Our halftime guest is Nicole Decker. Welcome, Nicole. Jayhawks playing a tough Grand Rapids team tonight. A lot of times the Jayhawks have been getting the ball in down low to Delaney Bowles, but they seem to be focused that that's not going to be what beats them tonight. They want the Jayhawks to come from outside.
That is very true. Dell's such a great player, and a lot of people know that. So they're doubling down on her, and we've just got to overcome that. We got to have our shooters come out. We got to have other people step up.
Well, Alicia Matos, she's stepping up. She has 17 points right there in the first half, and there's a lot of things she can do. She's a spark plug. She's very valuable to the Jayhawks as far as what she can do with ball handling and shooting.
Yes, I agree. And Alicia's gotten a lot better at pushing the ball and making sure that she sees the open player as well as attacking herself, which has been very good for her. And I think that will continue, and she'll continue to grow in that area because she's been needing to step up there. And tonight she's kind of proved that to us.
The first couple games, the Jayhawks have given up quite a few points there in the first two games, and it seems to be a focus that Coach Cooper and yourself want to work on to try to eliminate that, make things a little easier by putting more defense.
Absolutely. That was our biggest thing that we worked on this week in practice was defense, defense, defense. We want to make sure that they're communicating, that they're on the ball, they're on help side, that they know who they have, and they're boxing out. And so, we can't give up that many points. We've had, 80s and 90s the past few games, and that's just unacceptable to us. So, yeah, that's absolutely something we've been working on, and we'll continue.
What types of things do you work on? Do you work on transitioning into different defenses, or have you found one that is very strong for this conference?
A lot of teams play us in zone, but for us, we want to focus on playing man a lot just because that's strong for us. We want to be high intensity, get a lot of steals and take off. But again, that depends on our numbers, and we've kind of had a delicate balance with numbers this year. And so if we have to go zone, that's what we'll do. But the most important thing on defense is that we communicate and all our girls are on the same page.
The Jayhawks got Mariah Pringle back today. That's a pleasant surprise,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She was sick all week last week, poor girl. But we are very glad to have her back.
Well, tell us a little bit about your times that you've known Coach Cooper. You play for him down in Lake Michigan. Tell us about that and, the things that the two of you have done together in the thinking of basketball.
Yeah, so I was a young player when I went to play for Coach Cooper, and I think that I had a lot of talent, and Coach Cooper realized that, but he really helped me blossom. And so I was a kind of a 2 through 5, and so Coach Cooper, he really helped me blossom and turn into a great player and a great leader. And that's something that he focuses on, is just making people better leaders and helping them with their people skills, helping them overall become a better person.
Sounds like Coach Cooper is very good in that area, but he spotted a good one in you because you do very good for the Jayhawks.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate you joining us. Good luck here in the second half. You take on Grand Rapids here, leading 36-30. That's Nicole Decker, the assistant coach here for the Jayhawk women's basketball team. Jayhawks with a 6-point lead as Tom Kendra joins me to start the second half. Grand Rapids will inbound on the near side.
Yeah, very close first half, John. Jayhawks with a nice little run right at the end of the half to give us a 6-point lead. I'd like to see us build that up a little bit here.
Bowles with a rebound to Matos. Matos trying to draw the whistle, no whistle. They'll say Grand Rapids knocked the ball out of bounds. It'll be Jayhawk ball still with 24 on the shot clock. Pass into Bowles. Matos, far wing. Rebounded by Jordan.
A rare miss for Alicia. She was 7 of 10 from the floor in the first half, and those are great numbers for a guard who are normally shooting from farther out. Just terrific shooting tonight for Matos. Been the key to the game for MCC.
Pringle with a rebound for the Jayhawks. Cologne. The near wing. Pass to Pringle. Goes out of bounds. It'll still be Jayhawk ball, 7 on the shot clock.
Yeah, one of the real differences between the MCC women's team and the men's team, this women's team is almost all local players, John. Mariah Pringle from Brethren High School, one of the farthest away, and Shayna Figures from Grand Rapids, Ottawa Hills. Everyone else from the Muskegon area.
Bowles misses the shot, and it misses the rim, so it's a shot clock violation. Grand Rapids ball.
Yeah, when we see the men's game here coming up soon, really just two local players from Muskegon, the rest from outstate area.
Good anticipation by Bowles. She just came right into the passing lane for the steal, goes down and put in the easy bucket. And it's a 3-point shot by Miller.
Nice job by Coach Jason Cooper at halftime there, coming out with a little pressure defense, which kind of surprised Grand Rapids. We got that quick steal.
Yes.
Jason wasn't real happy with his team's defense in the first half, so sometimes a little pressure will ignite the team defensively.
Jayhawk turnover. Gracie Reinhold checks in for Pringle. A little bit of some trap defense here. Pass down low, Jordan. Too hard off the backboard. Jayhawks come away with it. Pass to Cologne. And we have a foul on Jordan. That's number 3 on Maya. And she's a player they do not want to lose. She had 12 points in the first half. She's a 5'11 player that's good on both ends of the court.
Yeah, and like we mentioned, with the injuries and the people in the street clothes for the Jayhawks, they can't afford to lose any of these players in foul trouble.
Williams. Seven-point lead for the Jayhawks. Miller. Cross-court pass. Little no-look bounce pass goes off a Muskegon ankle. In the corner, Miller for 3. Maddie Miller has hit a couple trays here in the second half. 4-point lead for the Jayhawks. And a foul on Sargent, number 2. On Aaliyah. Delaney Bowles to Williams. Cologne picks up her dribble. Matos. Little one-hander, doesn't go. Braymeyer with the rebound. Working through 2 Jayhawks and draws the foul. Cologne commits her 3rd foul.
Last Jayhawks game we did, John, on Thursday, Jayhawks did not play well in the 3rd period. And already here, Grand Rapids cutting into that 6-point lead at halftime.
When you're shooting trays, you can cut into that lead. It's now a 1-point lead for the Jayhawks. Matos. Omnis with a rebound. Miller. High arcing 3-point shot. Omnis uses the glass. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Looks like Leah Sargent caught an elbow in the nose and needed to come off the court.
Jayhawks are getting outworked right now here, John Arter, by Grand Rapids. They need to be more aggressive, more of a sense of urgency.
We noticed that last Wednesday against Jackson. Start of the second half, Jackson came out with a lot more energy. And so far, we're seeing that tonight in the third quarter. Bowles. Rebounded by Monde.
I think part of that, John, is being the defending conference champions, and everyone wants to come in here and knock off the Jayhawks. We have to recognize that and be extra aggressive, extra focused.
Miller.
3 seconds, 3 seconds.
And there's the call, 3-second call. A little help with Coach Cooper.
Yeah, Coach Cooper asked for it, and the referee obliged. Doesn't always happen that way.
No. Matos with a nice drive. Jayhawks retake the lead. Miller passed down low to Omnis. Ball is taken away by Williams. Now Williams working through traffic. Right up near the basket, puts it in.
Not too bad for the 5'2", Tracy Williams in there in the paint against all the tall trees. Just stays calm and knocks it in.
That's what she does. Pringle with a rebound. Williams unable to handle the pass from Matos. Jayhawk turnover. Mondi bringing the ball down court. Sargent. Sargent, far wing. Ball is rebounded by Pringle. Matos. Lenny Bowles. Sargent with the rebound. Miller trying to pass down low to Pendred. Goes out of bounds. Timeout by Muskegon. 3.5 minutes left to go, third quarter. Jayhawks by 3, 44-41. John Arter, Tom Kendra back here at Bartell's Roadie. Grand Rapids Raiders came out after halftime with a lot of energy, putting the Jayhawks on their heels, in fact, taking the lead. But the Jayhawks, with a couple of buckets, have retaken that lead in a 3-point lead and have the ball.
Yes, it looks like I said, a pretty evenly matched, a game that could come right down to the wire. We'll see. We got to stay out of foul trouble and try to get some of these Bulls and Matos some rest when we can, so they'll be at their best down the stretch.
Matos for 3. Alicia just took a step back behind the line and just let her fly, and she's a marksman.
Oh, the confidence, and she is absolutely carrying the Jayhawks today, John.
She has 22 points. And a travel called on Grand Rapids.
Matos always comes ready to play, John. She always brings the energy.
Matos leans in, off the glass, doesn't go. Rebounded by Miller. Along the near side, cross-court pass. And unable to handle it is Pendred. Another turnover. Pringle, far wing, bounce pass into Bowles, who's double teamed. Nearly worked through 2 defenders, but gets her own rebound and the putback.
Nice work by the Delaney Bulls, not having one of her big offensive games, but they're going to need her to produce down the stretch to pull this one out.
Miller, high archer, does not go. Oh no, I think that's Cologne. That'll be, yes it is. That's number 4 on Yasmin.
Nobody going after that loose ball there, John, that long rebound. If that happened to a Tom Izzo team, he would be having a panic attack right now.
Yes.
We gotta get those loose balls.
Miller. Drive by Sargent. Puts it up and in. Pass into Pringle. Pringle turnaround is fouled on her shot attempt. Pendred commits her 3rd foul. Pringle gets the ball to drop through the cylinder. She makes them both.
Nice job by Mariah Pringle there, 5'10" freshman from Brethren High School. You know, Coach Cooper is looking for someone to step up to, take the place of Tiara Williams and Ayanna Brown, who are sidelined. Maybe it'll be Mariah Pringle. A pretty good-looking player for a freshman.
Talking to assistant coach Nicole Decker at halftime, and she mentioned they're really excited to get Pringle back. She's a big help, good shot in the arm. Nice rebound by Pringle. Matos slows it down. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Sargent. Still Jayhawk ball. Williams puts up the shot. It's good. Tracy now in double figures with 11 points.
She's having a nice game. Tracy Williams is kind of the X factor for this team.
Jayhawks up by 10, less than a minute to go, 3rd quarter. Three-point shot is good by Pringle.
As we were saying, John, maybe she is going to emerge.
Yes.
All of a sudden, the Jayhawks are out to a 13-point lead.
There's a foul on the floor on Muskegon. That'll be on Pringle. Number 2.
I mentioned that Tracy Williams is the X factor for this team. What I mean by that is opposing coaches know about Delaney Bulls. They know about Matos. You don't really hear them talking about our Trace Williams, but sometimes she's the difference maker in a lot of close games.
That she is. Outside shot is good by Bray Miller. Matos is fouled. She'll go to the line to shoot 2. As Sargent commits her 3rd foul.
Again, Alicia Matos, the sophomore from Reese Puffer, continues to control the game. Just the quintessential point guard with the way she sees the floor, always keeps her head up.
Alicia good on the first free throw. In and out. And time expires here at Bartels Roy Gymnasium. After 3 quarters, our score is Muskegon 57 and Grand Rapids 45. John Arter and Tom Kendra here at Bartell's Roadie, ready for the fourth and final quarter. The Jayhawks, after Grand Rapids came out with a lot of energy and retook the lead after being down by 6 at half, the Jayhawks have fully dominated this third quarter with a 12-point lead.
Yeah, nice, like you mentioned, Grand Rapids came out and retook the lead, but since then, MCC has played some of the best basketball we've seen them play all year.
Yes, they're very focused.
This is their third league game. They lost the opener here against Jackson, and they really, on the court, they lost to Ancilla on Saturday, even though they were later awarded that win by forfeit. But it sure would feel good to pull out a victory here.
Top of the key, Jordan's shot. Jordan gets the ball. Miller, near wing, is good. Matos, far wing. Pass into Bowles. She's double teamed down in the post. Puts it up. A little too hard off the glass. Delaney Bowles sees at least a double team every time she gets the ball in the offensive set. And the foul's on Cologne, and that'll be it for her tonight. She finished with only 2 points. Braemeier gets the bucket.
Right, 3.
And Brian Miller with a chance to complete the 3-point play. And she does.
Made a good point about Delaney Bowles. She is facing at least a double team every time. She's got to stay patient and not get frustrated.
Again, a double team turns into a Grand Rapids stop. Matos comes away with a rebound. Little 3-on-2. Matos leans in, draws the foul. That will be on Miller. Number 3 on Maddie.
Again, the aggressive play. Alicia Matos and Artrice Williams, both very aggressive players. They get to the free throw line quite a bit.
Matos good on the first free throw.
Alicia's got to be getting close to career high numbers here.
Yes, she's having a great game tonight. She has 25 points. If you take away Delaney Bowles from the Jayhawks, and I guess if she has 12 points tonight, that's taken her away. You don't have an answer because Matos will go nuts, or one of the other Jayhawks. Good, strong team this year. Fouls on Delaney Bowles. That's only her second.
I think you're right, John. That's a great 1-2 punch with Bowles down low and Matos running the point. I'd love to see this team 100% healthy with all the players on the court. They would be really tough to stop. Unfortunately, that's doesn't always work that way in this game. Injuries are a part of it.
Yes, it is. A double miss there by Maya Jordan. Tracy Williams. Pringle, 3-point shot off the iron. Sargent with the board.
Pick up! Help!
Jordan.
Good.
Rebounded by Pringle. Matos passes up the tray, little drive, leans forward, and draws the foul. Jordan commits her 4th foul.
Matos, her ability to create off the dribble, that time good defensive set for Grand Rapids. Not much going on. Shot clock was running down. Matos just drives to the hoop and gets to the line.
She makes her first. She makes them both. 11-point lead for the Jayhawks. Miller. Long three-point shot off the iron. Rebounded there by Reinhold.
Nice rebound by Gracie Reinhold. Good job keeping it away from the defenders.
Williams. Pringle. Offensive board by Reinhold on the putback. Gracie Reinhold.
She got a big defensive board, and then on the other end, a big offensive board and putback. So that's what these Jayhawks need, is some of these complementary players to step up their game. Gracie Reinhold is doing it right now.
Jordan from the corner. Over the back foul will be called on Pendred. That's number 4 on Emily. And Grand Rapids wants a timeout. 6:35 left to go in this one. The Jayhawks with a 13-point lead, 63-50. Tom Nicole Decker said one of the focus by the Jayhawks after being scored 80 and 90 points on the first 2 games of the conference is defense. And they count on their athletic ability to go man-to-man, and they've held this Grand Rapids team to 50 points thus far.
Yeah, so far a much improved defensive effort, which, both Coach Decker and Coach Cooper, that was the main focus coming into tonight, was play better defense. And so far they've answered.
Tracy Williams rebounded Jordan.
Pick up. Pointers. Pointers.
Braymeyer. Pass goes out of bounds. Intended Raider had fell down, and that ball went harmlessly out of bounds. Pass into Bowles. Again, the double team happens, and it ends up being a turnover. Miller. Braymeyer. Bowles with the rebound. Matos. Bounce pass to Bowles. What a nice pass. Nice bounce pass.
Beautiful look by Matos. A little slip pass to Delaney Bowles. And the Jayhawks are pulling away here. 15-point lead.
Ooh, an offensive foul, and that will do it for Maya Jordan. She's called for her 5th foul. She'll end up tonight with 12 points.
And who drew that charge, John Arter?
Matos.
Matos doing everything tonight.
Yes.
Like I mentioned earlier, I got to believe there's a 4-year school that
Yes.
would love to have her.
She's listed at 5'4", but she plays like she's 5'10". Good position basketball, good athletic ability, good court sense. All packed into one player. Now Pringle, again, 3-point shot. Rebounded there by Pendred. Braymeyer. Offensive board. Miller. Top of the key. We have a whistle. And the pass down into the post. There's going to draw a foul on Matos. Only her second. 4:40 left in the contest. Miller. Sargent puts it up and in. A little pressure put on the backcourt by Braymeyer. No problem for the Jayhawks.
Jayhawks don't have to be in a hurry here. The clock is their friend.
Jayhawks are up by 13. Matos, three-point shot is good.
Oh, putting on a show.
30 points now for Matos.
In front of this home crowd, she is feeling it. Step back three.
Braymeyer in and out. Loose ball. Now Miller. Bowles with the rebound. She'll leave it for Matos. 3.5 minutes to go. Bounce pass into Bowles. Immediately double teamed and a double dribble.
They've been doing that all game long, the visitors from Grand Rapids. As soon as Bowles gets the ball, immediately double teamed. But one of the recipients of that has been Matos. She's had a little more room to work, and she's made the Raiders pay with a career night.
Sargent. Bounce pass goes off Bowles, out of bounds. It'll still be Raider ball with 8 on the shot clock. Muskegon calls a timeout. 3:01 left to go here in the game. It is now a 16-point lead, 68-52 Jayhawks. A big thank you goes out to the MCC TV crew, doing a great job, professional job. Eric Taylor and Rod Van Nortwick, they've really improved the situation over here where the camera is now on a platform instead of just the bleachers. So that improves the visibility for you, and the audio, video, it's just been such an amazing improvement that they've done. The buzzer went for a shot clock violation, but they hit the rim and got the putback.
Yeah, Jayhawks kind of fell asleep a little bit there, and an easy 2 for Grand Rapids.
Matos.
A rare miss.
Jump ball. Grand Rapids ball.
MCC doing a nice job, John, here in the second half. They led by 6 at halftime, 36-30. Steadily built it. Now they've doubled that. And a little bit more, leading by 14.
Reinhold called for the foul.
Here we go. I know he's good, but not good enough. Here we go. Tree, nothing easy. Come on, you know it's going there. Come on, Tree, you know where it's going. Come on, Tree.
Braymeyer. Ball's tipped back to Miller. Miller is fouled on the way to the hoop. Again, Reinhold called for the foul. Number 3 on Gracie.
When you look at this team, John, we have that big 3 that we talk about so much. Delaney Bowles, Alicia Matos, and Artrice Williams. I think really the key for this team is going to be who's going to fill those other 2 spots. You know, Gracie Reinhold has looked good at times tonight. Yasmin Cologne from Hart had a big game on Saturday. She did not do much this evening. And maybe Mariah Pringle, but really, if we can get some people to step up in addition to the big 3,
yes,
we'll be a very good team.
Under 2 minutes to go. Bowles. Leaves it for Matos. Trying to get the pass down into Bowles. It's stolen away. Braymeyer. 3-point shot is good by Haley. Oh, they called that a 2. Sure looked like a 3, but the officials are right there on the spot. Said it's a 2. Tracy Williams is fouled by Sargent. Number 4 on Aaliyah.
You know, there's a lot of lines on this court here at Bartels Road Gymnasium. Sometimes it's hard to, sometimes the referee, there's a few lines right near center court.
Sure.
We've seen referees get confused about over and back.
Yes.
And also on the 3-point line, there's the women's arc, and then there's the men's arc. Can be confusing.
And then throw in some volleyball lines.
Oh, all sorts of volleyball lines.
Tracy makes the second.
Pointers! Pointers!
Sargent. Bounce past the Miller.
Good. Good hand. Good.
Bowles with a rebound. Jayhawks taking their time now, under a minute to go.
Well, if I was writing a story for the Muskegon Chronicle, my lead tonight would be Alicia Matos
Yes.
with an outstanding floor game in all facets.
You're teasing the viewers, Tom, because people would love to see you writing for the Chronicle. You did a great job for so many years.
Hey, well, thank you, John.
Yeah, true story, true story. Sadly, we miss.
Used to have a good time coming here covering games when Gene Gifford was
Yes.
the longtime coach for MCC. He had some great teams. I remember he
Sure did.
one year the team went all the way to the national championship game.
They had Reggie Fox on that team. Outside shot, Bray Miller. Rebounded there by Matos. Shot clock is off. And as long as there's no pressure, that may have been the last shot of the game.
And appropriately, Alicia Matos is going to dribble out the victory since she did so much. What did she end up with, John?
30 points. 30
Huge.
points.
Out of 69 total.
That's pretty good.
I'd say she's the MVP.
She gets my vote too. And there's the end of the game here at Bartels Road Gymnasium. Our final score is Muskegon 69, Grand Rapids 56. The Jayhawks improved to 2-1 in conference play, 10-2 overall, while the Raiders dropped to 0-3, 9-5. A good effort there by the Jayhawks. When the Raiders took away the inside play of Delaney Bowles, it shows there's more weapons on this Jayhawk team.
Yes, to me that was the most impressive part of the game is that, you know, we've been so reliant on Delaney Bowles, but we proved to ourselves tonight that we can win even when Delaney's not at her best. And the biggest credit for that, of course, goes to Alicia Matos.
There you go. Well, we're going to take about a 20-minute timeout. The men's game is about 20 minutes away. Tom and I will be back. We're going to take a timeout. You're watching Jayhawk basketball on MCC TV.